detail, then I can start to carve in sharper and sharper details. So in this case, I'm using the sharp negative foamy brush and my pinch tool to create much sharper shapes on my mesh. Our goal is to create a mesh that has nice sharp detail, and to do that we need contrast. So I'll find areas that have soft feeling details and I'll carve in around the edges of those using a negative foamy to carve in, or my pinch brush to sharpen, or a positive foamy to add to the area to create a positive ridge. Again, we're creating contrast to counteract the natural softness of our sculpted mesh. So this stretched skin effect not only makes my guy look more monstrous, but it adds a lot of contrast. It's got a lot of nice, sharp details around the edges. To do this, I'm using my fill brush. And the fill brush, you basically use it in valleys, areas between two raised points, and the fill brush will kind of fill in that valley to meet that high point of those two raised points. Difficult to describe, but once you start using it, it's very easy. However, I can't just simply fill in those areas. I also want to use it in conjunction with my foamy brush to kind of cut in negative areas in the middle to get an even more stretched, a more taut skin look. And by combining these two tools with the overall muscle shape, I'm adding contrast because I've got these nice, sharp, fine details, and those contrast with these big, broad muscle shapes. We also have the plus side that it makes the guy look like he's insanely ripped. Now you'll see if you compare the sculpting I'm doing at this part of the video to the sculpting I was doing in the beginning of the video, you'll see that I'm using smaller brush sizes and I'm sculpting in smaller and smaller areas. Since I'm progressively adding detail, as that detail gets up to higher and higher levels of resolution, I have to make much more fine resolution changes. So I'm sculpting over